Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and it's time for some more Battle Brothers. Oh yes. Now, I'm currently playing with all the DLC and the Legends mod. And those of you familiar with the Legends mod might also be familiar with a certain pattern, wherein the mod is updated, and then it is updated another handful of times over a very short period of time, after which it settles down for another 2 or 3 months and we all wait for the next update. Since recording the last episode, the mod has indeed been updated and it fixed a number of rather serious bugs. Unfortunately, while I have deleted the version of the mod that I was playing this save with and installed the latest version, that won't really fix anything because it seems that the mod is baked in at the time the save is created. So this save is essentially playing with the previous version of the mod, and I would be better off starting all over again. It does seem a shame to abandon this save quite so early, so you know what? I think I'll play out this episode. Hopefully the rather serious game-breaking bugs like killing an enemy who happens to be wielding a staff, or a certain kind of polearm which just causes the game to crash completely. Not all enemies, certain specific enemies. We don't know what causes it. Well, I don't know what causes it because I'm not working on the mod. And if I was working on the mod, I still don't know if I'd know what was causing it because it would probably be someone else fixing it. Now then, is there any... No. There is no quest here for us. That's most unfortunate. Let's head up northwards along this way. We've gone this way a bit already. So, currently we're playing with Marius the Crusader being one of the most broken of the Legends mod custom heroes, mostly because of this sword, which has all of the regular skills you would associate with a two-handed sword, but also the quick 4-action point attack of a one-handed sword. Being able to essentially switch between two-handed sword and one-handed sword use without actually changing weapons is incredibly powerful. Furthermore, the Crusader can be immune to stuns and a number of other things. And oh good, here's some tasks. Ah yes, so of course Marius the Crusader does not turn down quests, as he calls them. Grimwald the Younger is standing by his window, peering out while nursing a mug of mead. He doesn't really seem to focus on anything in particular, and even talks as if he couldn't care less about the conversation. Grave robbers are plundering the cemetery. Again. I'm not really asking much of you, sellsword, other than to go there and put an end to this foolish business. Go to that cemetery and kill every grave robber you see. Got it? Good. Well, what's the pay? He nods. You look able, so I'm willing to pay quite a bit. You'll be paid 370 crowns and the contract is done. Then we accept your offer. We cannot have this graveyard be defiled by evil scallywags. Scoundrels, vagabonds, ne'er-do-wells. Ah. It falls to you, the commander, to see that the company succeeds not just on the battlefield, but also in fame and riches, and so you spend the evenings pondering about a larger plan for the glorious crusade. Yes, I know it says bigger, but larger would actually work better. In your tent, while the men talk and laugh around, while the other man doesn't talk or laugh while he's sitting next to the fire. You're never going to become a legend simply by chasing brigands and doing small-time contracts. What you proclaim to the men of the company will set out to do. Battle standard would be good. Not sure we need it this early on. Get all the camping skills. That's a nice fun one. Get company strength back to 12 men, or go find location. Oh god, these are all horrible. We're going to have to go for that one. Because we might actually be able to do it relatively soon. We also want to increase our company size. The thing about these is I do like to get them in order, because otherwise it doesn't make much sense. The lack of the sense of progression is gone. However, we have a graveyard to set to rights. Marius does not fear the darkness. Crunching, munching, the snicker-snacker of someone or something enjoying a good meal. As you step through the cemetery, you stumble upon a clearing filled with Nachzerers. They're huddled over the remains of what appear to have been the grave robbers you were looking for. The hideous monsters slowly turn to you, their red eyes widening at the sight of fresh meat. Then we shall fell them with our steel! Or perish in the attempt. Oh, this is going to be a beauty, I tell you right now. Okay. Heartburt, get there, spear up. Marius, on the small hillock. Let them come. Let them all come. We've got a spear. Right, if we go for a big sweeping attack. The problem we have here is that they may very well feed. Yeah, it's not good. Right, go to here. And try and keep them off the body. With surprising efficiency, actually. And I know they were all waiting to fall upon that corpse and feast. Now then. And into the middle. You'd better just go there and stab this one. Got it. And I think we're now okay. They're not waiting anymore. So we get a quick attack, a step, and we could almost make a second one. With the right perks, that's probably very possible. But for now, our foes are slain. Goody. Now then, Marius. Let's increase the company size by a few more bodies. And so, I've mentioned before how I feel that the randomization of perks is a little bit too random. Especially when it comes to the henchmen. Because you can get someone with like 3 stars on morale who doesn't have the rally the troops perk, which means you can't make a very good company standard bearer. Or you can find people with lots of stars in ranged attacks and no ranged weapon specialization skills whatsoever. There are a lot of perks to do with using militia spears and slings and like really basic and like crude knives, but not daggers. Yeah, a lot of perks to do with using basic low-level equipment, but you might want to upgrade something a bit better over time. So those perks, really, you have to give that some solid thought. Let's get some more defense there. Get a bit of attack. Also, the Crusader doesn't have enough resolve. I mean, I think even the Hedge Knight from the Lone Wolf campaign has more resolve. The Crusader needs resolve, basically. He doesn't have enough to warrant his staunch resolve-related things here. That's a shame. and when we return to a townstead, we should have achieved our objective. So, there has been requests for me to play the Cultist Origin. Now, I don't particularly like the Cultist Origin or the Militia Origin very much, because you don't get to enjoy people. I like to look after the people I hire. I like to consider them to be rather special. In imagining that were they not so, I would not have hired them in the first place. But I saw something in them, and that something was their potential. And if you're playing the Militia Origin or the Cultist Origin, you can't get attached to people, because they're gonna die or get sacrificed to the dark gods and all sorts of things on a frequent, regular basis. And there are a lot of people who play that way, and I'm just not one of them. I have played the Cultist Origin a bit without the mod. We can go have a look at that in a little bit if you like. Probably at the end of the episode, I think. So for now, I may very well give one of them a try in a bit, but I don't particularly like the way that they are intended to be played. Grimold the Younger is talking to some of his men when you return to his room. He parts with them. Yes, parts with them, not parts them. He's like, oh, I'm just going to just chop you guys in half, don't mind me, you know. And asks you of the task. You report that it's again safe to bury Schneefel's loved ones. Grimold the Younger smiles. Good. Good. Your payment. He snaps his fingers and one of the men steps forwards, handing you a satchel. But he just parted with them. They've left the bloody room. There's 370 crowns in it, as promised. And the town no longer has terrified villagers, and they have another quest that they require us to achieve. What is available here? Lots of lovely things we cannot afford because we are going to get a brand new standard. We're not even going to hire this... What a hideous face. This individual. Yes. Grimold the Younger sighs as he drops a scroll from his fingers as though its news weighed it so heavily. Not weighted it, in this case it should be weighed it so heavily. We're not getting enough crowns from Schneefels, and I believe it's because brigands have taken over the wooden watchtower. That's not entirely confirmed. I really should follow the news of my people better, but you know how it is. You shrug. Anyway, I want you to go there, find the problem, and then report back to me for further instruction. Sounds simple enough, right? Verily, we shall embark upon this quest. He takes a deep breath. Very well, this is what I'm prepared to offer you. You'll get 50 crowns in advance, another 182 when the job is done. Well, it won't pay as much as the other one, but it needs to be done. We are a hero on a fool's errand. Away we go. Now, where would it be? It would be hidden. Out this way. There it is. No one likes a skinflint, least of all a group of wandering, bloodthirsty rabble motivated primarily by a love of coin. Not everyone, or more precisely, no one, was thrilled when you suggested cutting back on spending to save up for a company standard. Once the glorious Crusade standard is finally paid for and hoisted for the first time to proudly snap in a fresh dawn breeze, however, no one claims it wasn't worth it. The men are proud of their new standard and even toss around names for it. Tossing around names for it around the campfire. 2 rounds in the same sentence in rapid succession, not ideal. And even start tossing around names for it around the campfire, although none of them really stick. It's clear to everyone to see now that this is not some band of hired thugs. This is becoming a true mercenary company. Who should have the honour of carrying the standard? Well, ideally someone we haven't actually hired yet. You find a bandit just outside the wooden watchtower. He's carrying the body of a peasant, which is about good of evidence. which is about a good of evidence. There's about as much evidence as you need to kill him and all his friends. You order your other man to attack. Show them no mercy, says Marius. The world is a wicked place, and we have come to set it right. Spear up. Get in there and split. Nice. So the Crusader definitely feels... I mean, his equipment is not quite on par. Sorry. His main body armor is not quite on par with that of the... I'm going to try and hop in there anyway, and it worked. Awesome. You have a pitchfork. We don't like your pitchfork. Also, we've set ourselves up with a nice little wall up there, which we probably won't get to keep. Knew it. Okay, now we have a slight issue. Okay, while a big swing there might help a little bit, here's what I'm going to do instead. Quick strike there, quick strike here. Work to treat. So there we literally have a two-handed sword that is also a one-handed sword. It's just bonkers. And our fellow hireling has gained an experience. You look over the battle and nod, happy to still have a head upon your shoulders and with which to nod. Time to return to Grimold the Younger. Indeed it is. So, we have a level for Heartburt the Builder. He does have 2 stars in Resolve, but no standard bearer or leadership based things at all. Let's see, he's currently got Colossus and Recover, which means we can go down to this tier. Relentless would be good. Sprint, Staff Block. We do have Staff Mastery. Use less action points and fatigue when using Missile, Revolt, Entice, Chain Lightning and Fire Field. He literally has none of those skills. Those skills are all for the Seer, who has those skills as perks in many cases. And she doesn't even have one called Fire Field, although she does have one called Fire something else, which I think is the same skill. I think. Slaughterer is nice because it's going to scare people and break their morale. Yeah, well, let's take that because it's not equipment specific. Let's see. His melee skill is terrible though. Let's get him some more resolve and a bit more stamina because he was starting to... Yeah, he also can't carry heavy gear. So that's going to be a problem. Okay, let's set that to recycle, set that to repair. Grimold the Younger listens to your report and nods. I've got a group of men going back to the wooden watchtower so that they can rebuild it. Well, I need you to escort them there. You got it? Good. Well, that shouldn't take too long. And away we go. Gonna need some more tools soon. Oh! We actually... For the first time ever, we're actually under attack while escorting someone back to a ruined place to repair it. I mean, good grief. I'm not sure this has happened since early access, you know, so hey. I mean, great! Barbarians! There's 2 of us and giant barbarian war dogs. Okay, that dog is a problem. Let's get tactical. Got it. Oh wow, double miss. Okay, so be it. Bloody hell, that dog bit hard. And now we have a problem of being overwhelmed. Well, that's okay. So, just like the Hedge Knight, the Crusader suffers from having high maintenance costs and a low number of allies to begin with. We're going to try... There we go, we got rid of the dog at least. Nicely done. I mean, we're not going to get anything from it, unfortunately, but hey, that's life. Let's go long. Can we get in the middle? We can. Excellent. That poor donkey's had it, basically. Yeah, we can't help him. I know we need more people, we just haven't met decent people worth hiring yet. I'm going to go for light attacks, because I was hoping we'd get to kill him and move away. We did not. The donkey lives! The donkey shall be saved! A little bit. I'm so glad he didn't try and walk around the back or something. And now we get to make a one-handed attack with a two-handed sword after moving 2 hexes. Again, very nasty. Let's settle those to repair so we can make some money out of them. It's been a relatively short journey, and there and back again, and there again, but it seems the wooden watchtower is now about to get its legs underneath itself once more. After making sure the workers are safe, you start the return trip to Grimwald the Younger for your pay. Time to get paid. And the people in Schneefels will like us some more. And hopefully they'll sell us some food. You enter Grimwald the Younger's abode, and he waves you in. One of his men hands you a large satchel of crowns. You look at the man. How do you know they made it? Grimwald the Younger smiles sheepishly. I have many eyes and ears in these parts. Even the birds talk to me. That explanation's good enough. He's been reading too much Game of Thrones. There's no one out there worth sending messenger pigeons to. Right, you know what? We're going to hire you because we just need another body on the field. Get ready to fight. You're useless. Have a sword and shield. Yeah, I know, we're treating you. And we're going to get some tools. We're going to get some grain for porridge. We're going to get some mushrooms, some fish. We're going to sell these bone figurines. And this beaded necklace. And this broken ancient sword. You're not... good range defense and iron jaw, okay. And we'll see, he's just got a load of... we can probably do something positive with this. Hey, he's got shield expert, which is more than can be said for poor Hartbert here. Alright. Anything fancy here that we can actually afford? We need more men, really. And probably spears this early on, because his, 55 isn't great. Alright. Well, I think I'm going to actually not quite end the episode here, but bear with me one moment. No, this is Crusade. Because I should hopefully, without too much trouble, be able to load up the Cult of the Lost and the Damned. Lovely old Realm of Chaos reference there. Oh, and that looks like a crash. Okay, I'll have to go temporarily uninstall the mod. Back in a moment.